I get very angry when people start promoting diets in their lives.
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy.
Welcome to Surviving Wokeland with Ethan Quinn, a channel dedicated to exposing and explaining the ideology driving wokeness. Today I want to discuss the fat positivity movement and how it has been twisted and linked to fighting racism.
Here's your reminder that fat phobia is rooted in racism.
Fat phobia is rooted in racism and more specifically anti-blackness.
Because it's all tied to racism and eugenics.
First, I want to say that nobody should ever be mocked or excluded because of how they look.
We should always be inclusive, but you cannot glorify obesity. It's dangerous. It kills people. It's the #1 cause of bankruptcy in our country.
A massive difference exists between accepting people and actively promoting destructive and harmful lifestyles.
We've gone from fat acceptance to fat celebration.
For now, it's like, oh, that woman is 250 pounds, good for her.
Healthy at any weight is an unchallenged lie that people tell themselves so they can go on eating whatever they want.
Suppose this lady is happy with how she looks and wants to be fat. In that case, that is her choice, but claiming that people who don't want to be overweight, who exercise, and want to avoid diseases and early death associated with obesity are racists is ridiculous and stupid.
There's a popular t-shirt that says, "I don't owe no man a flat stomach." Okay, no one said you did. You do you. But you're not a freedom fighter because you want to keep eating donuts.
Science doesn't exist.
Wokeness promotes the idea that your feelings shape reality, but that is not true.
I get very angry when people start promoting diets in their lives. I can't be around it. I am a fat person and you're attacking me by opening your mouth and saying shitty things about your fat body.
Rewriting science to fit ideology or just to fit what you want reality to be?
Reality is a constant. It's always going to be unhealthy to be fat. Either your ideas correlate to reality or you have bad ideas. But bad ideas cannot alter reality.
250 pounds, I would say 999 times out of 1,000 is going to mean heart disease, cancer, diabetes, autoimmune issues, and early death.
Poor diet is the leading cause of mortality in the United States. New York Times. Okay. Of course, we're talking about heart disease and cancer and diabetes, but also, as COVID has taught us, obesity is horrible for the immune system, which is why those numbers were off the charts during the pandemic.
So, is it racist to want to lose weight or not want to be fat? The simple answer is no. That is a ridiculous claim. If you don't want to get a terminal disease, does that mean you hate sick people? Of course not. Firstly, the idea that fatness is intrinsic to black people is insulting and untrue. If we look at ancient rock drawings, we can see that Africans did not depict themselves as obese, and tribes that still live traditional lifestyles are not fat. Secondly, let's imagine that fatness was part of black culture. Would calling for that practice to change be racist? No. On the contrary, if you were racist, you wouldn't care if black people died from obesity.
At some point, acceptance becomes enabling. And if you're in any way participating in this joyful celebration of gluttony that goes on now, you have blood on your hands. Full stop.
Culture is learned behavior, so if people learn bad behavior, they will practice negative culture. The history of all people proves this. In the past, things like cannibalism, human sacrifice, slavery, female genital mutilation, and witch hunts were all cultural practices. But that does not make them less destructive. Changing bad cultural practices is not racism, it's progress.
You can make believe you're fighting some great social justice battle for a besieged minority, but what you're really doing is enabling addicts, which I thought we decided was bad.
Healthy lifestyles, exercising, and having self-control when it comes to food are positive behaviors that should be promoted, not demonized as racism. Wokeness aims to install negative behaviors in society by associating positive behavior with whiteness and thereby discrediting it.
But by lying about it and making excuses, psychologically, it's telling ourselves that letting ourselves go is the best we can do. And I gotta believe that as Americans, we can still do better than that.
The woke idea of promoting fatness, like the divisiveness of CRT and the lunacy of gender theory, are all intended to create a new culture in society. In my book, I explain that wokeness aims to create a destructive culture, known in Marxism as counter-hegemony. That is all I have for today. Please like and subscribe, and join me again tomorrow as we learn how to survive woke land together. Until then, this is Ethan Quinn saying, stay free.